hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary has the tea and the Kahlua of the day. Gary!
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. People are still attacking Oprah, y'all. And I mean, I know Oprah said some things recently, and people are like, oh, how could you say that? But, I mean, Oprah, I think she really means well, Rickey. I've always loved Oprah. I used to watch her every day and stuff. So, I mean, I'm going to give Oprah grace since we're gracing a lot of people. But they're saying, y'all, that Oprah owes every deceased celebrity, baby, an apology, honey. Now, you know, honey, they say she's facing that backlash. You know, she shared that story about Whitney Houston during that appearance in Cannes. Now, according to Oprah, she said that she saw Whitney, you know, shortly before an interview that she did with her, and believed that the singer was doing well. But then, however, she claimed that by the time that the interview took place, she said Whitney just seemed a little bit relapsed, honey, and fell off the stage or what have you. Well, people are saying, wait a minute, Miss Winfrey, girl, let's, honey, rewind the tape, honey. People said, now, if the goal was to protect Whitney, honey, why did you share this story, honey? Now, a decade later. Now, the controversy also reignited y'all criticism surrounding Oprah's involvement with HBO's Leaving Neverland, which y'all focused on allegations against Michael Jackson years after his death. Now, people online argue, y'all, that both Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson were unable to defend themselves, while supporters say Oprah was simply discussing events and stories that she believed were important. Now, social media, y'all, is debating whether Oprah is preserving history or unnecessarily revisiting embarrassing moments involving celebrities, y'all, who are no longer here to tell their side of the story, y'all. And people ask the question, what y'all think? Don't y'all think Oprah, she was just trying to preserve history, or y'all think she was just saying something bad? Because also, now that's not in the story. I remember now, you know, Miss Toni Braxton, honey, had a little tiff with Oprah, honey, when Oprah told this girl, you bankrupt, honey, but you still carrying all this Tiffany, having all this Tiffany China and things like that. How could you afford it if you bankrupt? So, I mean, yeah, I think Oprah was being mean.
It's just the timing of it all between her and Gail. When Gail did that, when Kobe Bryant died, and then, you know, Pat Brown. I appreciate Pat Brown. I think that's Whitney Houston's sister. When she came out and said that happened during a rehearsal, and it was dark and it was unfamiliar, and she tripped up over a cord, and to tie every single incident into her addiction that she was struggling with during the past. To be fair to Whitney Houston's and Whitney Houston's memory, just don't talk about Whitney Houston. You already know if you're black and you black folks and you good down home black folks, Whitney Houston is just something that we just don't discuss. You don't talk about. It's like a thing. You don't touch the Kings, you don't touch the Obamas, you don't touch Whitney Houston, and you don't touch, you know, Michael Jackson. And we just feel a certain kind of way. If you black and in touch, you don't talk about Whitney Houston because we don't care what Whitney Houston was dealing with and going through. Only thing I know as a black man and being and come from a black family, Whitney Houston was somebody I loved, and I take it personal because I felt like she was my older sister. I felt like she was my aunt, and she sung, and it touched my heart when she sung with the Georgia Mass Choir, whether it was that or whether it was the Star Spangled Banner. And you got to be careful because when you die, when you leave this earth, what do you want people to say about you? Because we all gonna leave here. But don't try to sit there and destroy Whitney Houston when you can be talking about Clive Davis or some of these other white folks that did evil on this earth and died. And you sit up here and you want to talk about our black artists that gave us hope and gave us inspiration. I would love and stand for Whitney Houston forever to the day I die. And I just love it. I don't care what she did. I don't care because I got family members and that struggle with drug addiction also, and everybody dealing with something, and ain't nobody perfect, and ain't nobody on this earth you got a heaven or hell to put nobody in. So don't demonize Whitney Houston because we, as black, and I think I can speak for 99% of black America, we don't play about Whitney Houston, and we sensitive about her. Leave her alone and let her rest in peace. I'm sorry. I get mad. I get mad about that. Gail didn't have to do that interview and ask those questions about Kobe Bryant after he died and his daughter died. Then you get on an interview and start asking her about something with Kobe Bryant that he was found not guilty of. Right. They need to stop.
Yes. Oh, Rickey, you make me want to cry, honey. That was definitely.
Yeah, because right when I start back liking Oprah and start back watching they do something like this and then let you know that you're out of touch. Don't bother Whitney Houston. Black people, we just don't play about her. And we all got to leave here one day. Ain't nobody, the only perfect person that walked on the face of this earth is Jesus Christ. Don't do that to her. Don't do that to her memory. She struggled. She did the best she could with what she had. I'm getting emotional because I'm sensitive about her, because everybody had an aunt or a mother or a family member or a friend that went through stuff like that. But she did it. She made it. She's still Whitney Houston. She still will go down in history of one of the greatest vocalists of all time. So shout out to her and her family,
Pat Houston,
and Pat Houston, and everything that she went through and everything that she accomplished. Imagine that, being on drugs, but you still accomplished something. You still turned around and made something happen for yourself through the trials and tribulations and the struggles. You still Whitney Houston. Her talent overrode every single thing that she fell short of. Leave her alone.
And I hate to sha-la-la you, Rickey. Sha-la-la, y'all.
I'm sorry.
Sha-la-la. Okay. Yes. The color today, y'all, honey. The color today, y'all, is mallard. On the high end, you say mallard, and on the lunge, you say beautiful green. That's the color for the day.
The color today is mad. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. More of the Smiley Morning Show coming up.